These are two pocket pieces I may or may not be adding to a dress. So this would be in the back pocket if I was making this out of jeans, the dress out of jeans, then jeans material, I would use a back pocket and this would be my front pocket. But because I'm using like cotton, I'm going to use just the front pocket. So this would have been my back pocket. I took a piece of fabric, brown cotton, and I kind of use a fabric glue and glue it down to give the pocket a bit of body. And for my front pocket, I use lightweight, medium weight interfacing and adhere it to my fabric as such. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this down, the top edge, like this, and I'm going to press. And this is what that should look like. So this is after I press my top edge down, and I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew close to the edge, the first line of stitching, and then I'm going to sew second line of stitching after that. You can use a top stitching thread so that it is more bold and use a longer stitch length that than you would usually use when putting pieces together. If you don't have a heavy top stitching thread, you can double the top stitch thread, your regular thread on your sewing machine, and then use that, and you'll get a better look at the tops. The top stitch will look much better. I don't care for that, so I'm just gonna stitch across with my single thread. Next, we're going to fold down the sides, bottom, and we're going to press it flat. So this is our completed back pockets, or just smaller patch pockets, prepared with top stitch at the top, and we fold it under the sides and bottom as such. So when you're ready to adhere this to your garment, you will just have to sew along the sides and bottom to hold it in place. So that's what we have. We put this away and let's work on a different type of pocket. So we have another pocket here, and what we're going to do is clip into the sides, into the curve, like this, so that it can fold nice and flat along the curve. So now we're going to fold these down and press. And this is what it will look like. After pressing, you have a nice clean edge. So we're going to take this to a sewing machine and we're going to do two rows of stitching along the curve. These are my completed pockets. Pull down the sides along here and bottom. So when you're ready to adhere it to your garment, you will sew these areas down.